mic turns on before the end of the episode. How crazy is that? I guess it's not super out there, but for no commentary, I guess it is. But both my devices died, but they're very low, both of them. So I just put them on the charger, and instead of doing the usual thing and ending the episode, I decided, I'm gonna talk for the last 15 minutes of the episode. So you're getting a reverse commentary from me, although it's only like a 15-minute commentary. It's still a commentary nonetheless. But I just had some things I wanted to talk about with the journey. I actually do have things I want to talk about, and as opposed to the regular commentary where I just kind of ramble on about things. But the kind of recent discussion with Journey to the Farlands, of course, is about reaching the Farlands as quick as possible and all this stuff, and 35,000 blocks a day and whatnot. And of course, I haven't really done that. I haven't really hit those targets. I've been close, but I'm not close enough. I don't think I'm going to. I'm just being real. I'm probably not going to reach the Farlands in the time that I'm hoping I will reach them. And I'm not upset by that. And I don't think you guys should be either. I don't know if there is anyone that actually would be, but I think it's definitely a bit of a bit of a lesson, kind of going back to my core principles of the channel and and my kind of the way I do stuff in general is just doing it based on how I want to do it. And I think forcing myself to do Journey a lot more is kind of fringing on not enjoying it as much. I still do love the series, but I think putting more time on the line, I might still, like putting more time on unnecessarily is a bit. It kind of takes some of the fun out of it. So I think moving forward, I'm not gonna set the lofty goals. I'm still gonna try and walk more. I think I definitely want to make more progress than I did before in Journey to the Farlands. Kind of going back to the beginning of the series, around 20, 30,000 blocks a day, maybe, if on a good day. Um, but I'm not going to set lofty goals for the series, I don't think, anymore. I reach the Farlands when I reach them. That's where I'm going back to how I used to do things. And I'm just going to change the pacing up a little bit to make it more enjoyable. I don't think much is going to change. It'll still be daily. Well, I took a few days off just because I was hanging out with Devin and I got home pretty late that night and I just felt like chilling. So I'm still going to take the odd day off, but I don't think it'll be quite like it was last year. Last year was it was a very busy time in my life, so I didn't really get around to doing Journey all that much. So I kind of want to go back to 2022 when I started this series, this world, and yeah, maybe I'll walk more. Maybe I'll actually make some progress, but I'm not gonna force myself to the Farlands. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I might discuss that a little bit more as more episodes come out. But I think that's kind of where I'm at now, after kind of being like, well, I don't think I'm gonna actually hit these goals, and I'm not gonna give up or anything completely, but I'm gonna take it a bit more loose. I'm gonna, if I don't enjoy, I'm gonna go by like how I feel with things, what I want to do. So if I don't really want to do long episodes on a given day, then I won't. And so be it. I think the system I came up with for reaching the Farlands this year was a pretty unforgiving system in the fact that it doesn't really have room for life. It doesn't really have room for work and how what I feel where my motivations are. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. It'll also give me more time to focus on Newcraft, which is something that I didn't really think I don't really think I'd be saying this kind of stuff. I kind of only hope I would, and I'm glad that I'm sticking with Newcraft finally. I think this one is finally stuck out of all of the trials throwing stuff at the wall. Something finally sticks, which is Newcraft, which is the same It goes by the same name as the original. Kind of going all the way back a few years ago, before the channel, and it's really exciting seeing something like that come back. You know, an actual SMP. It may not have a huge player base, of course, on it, but I'm having a really good time. And around the time I upload this episode, there should be a new Newcraft episode coming out. I gotta film another one. I always want to have one on the go so I can edit it whenever. But I just finished editing Newcraft today, so I've been thinking about it. I've watched a lot of Hermitcraft during this stream too, or at least over this and while I was editing a bit. And I'm kind of just in the zone a bit. I'm looking forward to getting some stuff done on Newcraft. And I'm not really gonna let the shortcomings stop it. Like there's not really that many shortcomings really beyond just there being like 3 of us mainly who play nowadays. But there's not really much I can do about that at this point. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it since it still is working, regardless of how many or few people there are. Yeah, lots of stuff happening. Journey might take a seat, a back burner seat. We'll see. I'll go into the back row a bit. See where I feel with it. I'm not gonna like I said, I'm not gonna force anything with it, like I was trying to do with the accelerating the journey thing, and the whole past half a year of me talking about being like, oh, next year I'm gonna really make up for lost time. And that might be true. I might make up for some, but I don't know if I'll completely amend everything and get there. And I don't really want to rush it anyway. It's meant to be a fun series, and as much as I'm sure you guys want me to get to the Farlands, and as much as I'd want to get to the Farlands, I don't think I should push myself beyond my natural motivations. I'll save the pushing things for Newcraft. They're both, I guess they'll both be kind of like the yin and yang in a way. Journey is like the chill thing, and then Newcraft's like where I put on, or where I'm like a bit more in the zone. I'm actually doing Minecraft, and so it'll be a bit less frequent. But I'm hoping to make pretty good quality episodes. So even if it doesn't really have the viewership at the moment, if it ever does get a bit of an audience, then I won't have to edit the old videos or anything. I might have to do like the old stuff, which I've kind of already started to do, but at least like the new craft is all kind of edited, and it's about as crisp as it's gonna get for it being live streams moved over to YouTube and edited in YouTube Studio. I don't really do anything super professionally, you'll come to find. Especially with Journey. Journey is like the most uncut thing I have. Well, most of my stuff's uncut anyway, but it's one of the most kind of raw series I have, because it's a very open-ended thing where there's not really this grandiose thing. I mean, I guess I was in the Farlands, but it's not like Newcraft where I'm building like a mega base over like the long period of time. I'm kind of in the process of figuring out how I'm going to make Newcraft into a more long-term series, because I've never done an SMP for a long period of time beyond Newcraft 1, like the OG stuff. So it'll be a bit of an adjustment doing this pacing that I'm currently at with an SMP for a longer period of time, which is kind of the goal. I'm kind of going back and forth a bit, but I figure it's kind of 2 very important discussions that I've kind of had for a long time. 2 kind of ends of things, probably the 2 biggest parts of the channel. So I guess it's worth bringing up. And in terms of like the Vault Hunters and my Minecraft Let's Play, and pretty much any side series, I think I'm gonna not really worry about them until they come back into my mind. Until I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. because I think I did Vault Hunters right before I left for my trip, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna film another episode when I get back. And when I got back from my trip, I was kind of in a bit of a different mentality, I think, or not mentality, just different flow. That's kind of what happens when you take breaks, is you come back with different ideas, especially when it's like creative series. Like I noticed that with the SMPs, I'd come back and have way different ideas. That's often why we'd reset after a few months of not playing. And we kept doing that. It became a vicious cycle. I'm glad we've kind of learned our lesson from that, and hopefully this will break the cycle. All right, this, I think this has the new stuff I've been doing. But yeah, plenty of stuff going on, even without the accent series. I'll do, I think, yeah, Newcraft and Journey for now. And if I do feel like going back to something else, then I will, but no promises on it being a long series. I don't think I'm going to do another long series unless it occurs naturally. I'm not going to force one. Because I think my playthrough of Minecraft, like my Let's Play of Minecraft, kind of going through the versions, that was kind of forced. I was kind of trying to force that because it was something I wanted to do for a long time. And if I want it to happen, then I should just let it happen when I want it to happen. I think that there's a lot of lessons to be learned through a lot of this. It's a bit of a learning process. I think generally in life, it's good to know that kind of stuff, because certain stuff just works and other stuff just won't. And while you can make stuff work, it doesn't always, it doesn't always end up working. Not everything is fixable. But yeah. Oh, I gotta chop down some trees. Go snap back to reality a bit. Very interesting little episode. I didn't really intend to do a commentary today. Well, it's not much of one, but it was. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed a nice quick discussion on the two big things going on basically in my life, or in terms of like the gaming stuff. I got my other stuff I'm doing on the side that's not streamed. I don't stream everything I do, like gaming wise. I've got other stuff like Sims and or Universim, which is what I'm currently doing. But I'm not gonna stream those. I've kind of debated doing them, like streaming them, but I'm probably not going to. I might do Sims occasionally to do like a checkup, but they don't really get a crazy ton of attention, and I don't really want that to guide things either. I'm not going to let it guide Newcraft. I want to get like at least like a dozen plus episodes of Newcraft out before I kind of make my decision on how I'm going to treat the series. If I'm going to actually kick it up a notch. It'll probably be a while before I kick the editing up and get like an editing program and stuff, because it's a bit daunting for me to go from the very simple YouTube Studio stuff, which it works. It's not really intended to be used as an editing software, I don't think. More feels like something to remove like copyrighted music, that kind of thing. So I could transition to an editing software and make my videos a lot nicer, which is definitely something that I've thought about doing, and I kind of got daunted. I was scared, a little bit spooked by it, so I'm kind of back to the drawing board with it. But if you guys would want to see more actual edited content beyond just like the YouTube Studio editing that I usually do, yeah, do let me know. But I guess I should do a bed and wrap up the episode, because I'm awfully tired. I don't really feel like doing a super long stream anyway. It's already 1 a.m. Today was a day off, but I was doing other stuff, like non-gaming stuff. So I won't I didn't really get much of a chance to do much of anything. But I'm not too bothered by it. We're going with the flow. That's what where I'm headed now with things. Do what works. And if it doesn't work, then if I'm passionate about it, I'll find a way to make it work. And if I don't care enough, then I'll just not really worry about it. I think that's how I'll approach things. But anywho, that's the end of this kind of reverse commentary. But yeah, thank you, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alrighty.